Okay, I think we've spent enough time going over proper stance and defensive moves. Now it's time to move on to scenarios in which you need to be the attacker. As I told you when we were going over defense, people have certain tells that alert their opponent of when they're going to perform a certain move. We went over what your defensive tells are, and now that we're moving on to attacking, we need to see what those tells are. We're going to use the same strategy that we did last time. You attempt to attack me multiple times, and I'll see if I can spot any tells, okay? You seem nervous. What's that all about? You're not going to hurt me. I promise. Now come on, try to attack me. Alright, that was good. Like I said, you're not going to hurt me. See? I know how to defend myself. Now, try again. The same move, the same way. I'll see if I can spot a tell. Yep, there it is. Whenever you're about to attack me in that way, you clench your jaw and look at where you're going to strike. Try to avoid doing that. Picture in your head where you're going to strike, and don't let that show. Let's try again. You did it again. Here. Imagine this. Imagine that I am going to hurt you unless you attack me. Imagine that I am your greatest enemy, and if you give me any information that you're going to attack me, I am well within my power to kill you. Now that the stakes are set, try again. Much better. Your eyes are remaining locked with mine. That's good. You're still clenching your jaw, which I'd like to work on, but as long as you do that for everything, it won't give away the specific move that you're going to use. And of course, I was able to block easily because I was expecting it. But in the real world, in a real fight, you'd have a fair shot. You want to take a break already? Yeah, I guess that's fine. Are you alright? You don't feel ill, do you? What do you mean? Oh. I guess I am a bit more expressive today. But what can I say? You and I have grown close. I feel a bit more comfortable letting my emotions show around you now. You mumbled something. I didn't quite catch it. Would you mind repeating what you said? If it was nothing, you wouldn't be trying to hide it. If you really don't want to share with me, that's perfectly fine. But if it's something I should know about, I'd like to hear. You're thinking about that? Okay. Is there an issue about what I said? I told you that I might be in love with you. I was only being honest. Do you have a problem with my honesty? then I really don't understand why it's distracting you so much. Oh. It's not normal for people to be that blunt? Huh. Well, having never been on the receiving end of those feelings and having never felt that for anyone but you, I really don't know what's considered normal. I figured just telling you would be better than going through the whole song and dance of trying to hide my feelings and trying to figure out the best way to tell you. Of course, I can also see how I might have made things worse for myself by being so blunt. What I mean is, maybe I should have allowed you to get a chance to know me before I told you how I felt about you. I know you, but I'm still a stranger in your eyes. Yes, we've been training together a lot, but that's not the same as actually growing close and forming a relationship with each other. I feel that I know you well because, as I said before, I watch you train. And I'll pick up on the conversations you have with your partners. I hear you discussing your interests, your dislikes, things that I don't even understand. But I got to know you just by watching you. You're still getting to know me. It's a bit difficult to get to know someone when you know that they already love you, isn't it? Well, I'm not usually one to let my emotions show. And when I do, it's only when I've become comfortable enough with a person to do so. I feel that I can be a bit more expressive around you. In part because I do have strong feelings for you, and in part because I've had more time to get to know you. I feel that I can trust you. Based on the way others have acted with each other, I assume you need more time to feel completely comfortable with me. That's fine, I suppose. After all, I wouldn't want you to force any feelings for me. But it would be helpful if I could get an ETA on when exactly I'll receive a response. Well, I told you weeks ago that I like you. Correction, that I love you. Those feelings haven't gone away, and this is the first time you're bringing up what I said. Is there a reason for this? Did I not speak clearly enough when I said it? Did you really think that you misheard me? I thought not. What's the real issue? Understandable. I suppose I could have allowed more build-up to that, and perhaps I could have found a better way to incorporate it into a normal conversation, perhaps one on the topic of love or relationships. That way you wouldn't be as taken aback by it. But still, you've had plenty of time to think of a response. Why haven't I gotten one? You're uncertain about how you feel about me. Right. We are decent acquaintances, and if I may be so bold, I consider us to be close friends at this point. Not exactly best friends, I believe the term is. We're not like Aaron and Mikasa and Armin. I doubt we'll ever be that close, considering we didn't grow up together. But still, we are close enough that I think you would at least know whether or not you love me now or could possibly develop those feelings in the future. Oh? Well, I guess that explains things a bit. As I said, I've had more time to get to know you, and you've only known me for a few weeks. And even then, I don't talk to you much. Not because I'm not comfortable with it, but because I'm not fond of conversation. The only times I really talk to you are when I'm giving you advice or humoring you and answering any questions you have. Yes, I can completely understand why you haven't been very well able to determine your answer. About how long do you think it will take? I understand that these things tend to take a while. I'm more than willing to wait. Although it does get a bit boring to wait after a while, especially if you don't know when an answer will come. I don't need an exact timeline, but an estimate of how long it will take would be good enough. A few months? And are you basing this off of societal standards or your own experience? All right then. A few months. I can wait that long. I've waited this long for whatever this conversation has been. I can wait a few months for that answer. Back to training? All right. Was that the reason you wanted to take a break so early? You wanted to talk about that? If I may ask, why did you choose to stop training just for that? We could have discussed it over supper or lunch. So why here? Why now? I appreciate that. I really do. You've gotten to know me well enough to know that I don't like discussing things like this, or any extremely serious matter around other people, because discussing topics of such nature requires more verbalization. And of course, I've said many times that I'm not fond of talking to other people, especially around so many others. Thank you for choosing to talk about it now. it does make me more comfortable to talk about it. Just with us. Alright. Try a different attack this time. And make sure to avoid looking at where you're going to strike, okay? Oh, and if you can, try to clench your jaw before attacking. As I said before, as long as you clench your jaw with every attack, we won't need to get rid of that tell. However, if we can't turn that into a habit, we'll try to get in the habit of not doing that, okay? Now, hit me with your best shot.